Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. As you know that we had been doing the questions related to the properties of the real numbers, and now on today in the current lecture, this is eighth lecture, and in this lecture we'll be trying to simplify this question in which a by b plus c by d whole divided by a by b minus c by d, and we have to use the properties of the real numbers because we have to simplify by justifying each step. Whenever you are going to justify each step, then it means that you have to do the procedures of the property related to the properties of the real numbers. So now we have to see here that at first we have to use the first property, and which is that property? You are already aware to that, and that is the multiplicative identity. It means that at first this is written a by b, so multiply it with 1. So this becomes a by b multiplied to 1, while c by d can also be written as c by d multiplied to 1. On the similar basis, the fractions of the denominator may also be written in this form. That it means that a by b multiplied by 1 and minus that this fraction, these two fractions are going to be written here. So a by b multiplied by 1 minus c by d multiplied to 1. So which property you have used here? You have used the property of the multiplicative identity. So multiplicative identity property is going to be used here. Multiplicative identity property. Because whenever you are multiplying with 1, then that is the multiplicative identity property. So we have used this property. Now we have to proceed ahead. And we have to look for the next step. And what is the next step? For the next step, if you remember that I told you that you have to multiply these with the relevant denominators. For example, this one can be written as d cross 1 by d, because in the next denominator this d is written. So this one will be written as d cross 1 by d, means the what is that property? The property of the multiplicative inverse. So you have to use the property of the multiplicative inverse. So a by b multiplied to d cross 1 by d. While in the next fraction, we can write it as, in the next fraction, this is written cross 1. So in this place cross 1, you have to write this denominator of the previous fraction. This is b. So you will be writing b cross 1 by b, because it will be related to the multiplicative inverse property. So you can write it as c by d multiplied to b cross 1 by b. The similar processes are going to be done for the whole denominator as well. Means that a by b cross d by d, d by 1 by d, minus, because here is the minus sign, and so this minus sign is going to be written here. So minus c by d, because this is c by d, while this one will be written as b cross 1 by b, because the previous fraction is having the denominator of b. Therefore, we'll be writing b cross 1 by b in this place, b cross 1 by b. So in this step, you have used the property of multiplicative inverse. Therefore, we'll be writing the property of multiplicative inverse property. So this property has been used at this place. Now what procedure will be followed? Let's see. That this is d cross 1 by d and so on. So we'll be using the property that is called as the associative property. And what is that? Let's see. But there is no need of the usage of the associative property. Let's use another property here. Let's see what we can use here. So we are having, so this will be equal to so we have a by b. So this can be written as, you see here that a, b and 1. So here we are having another property. According to that property, we can write this d cross 1 by d as d by d. This is again the property because this d multiplied by 1 is equal to d. So again we are using the multiplicative identity property. So we'll be writing a by b multiplied to d by d. And on the similar basis, you will be writing c by d multiplied to b by b. Similarly, in the denominator, we can write a by b multiplied by d by d minus c by d multiplied to b by b. So which property you have used here? You have used the property of the multiplicative identity. Now again we have to do another process, and what is that process? In this process, you will be making certain arrangements. What are those arrangements? That in these two fractions which have been multiplied with each other, a by b multiplied to d by d, this can be written as AD divided by BD. Why? Because they are going to be multiplied to each other. So A multiplied D divided by B multiplied by D. So both numerators are going to be multiplied with each other, while the denominators are also going to be multiplied with each other. So B cross B plus this is C cross B divided by D cross D. Similarly, for the whole denominator, we will be using the same property or same method. So A cross D divided by B cross D minus C cross B divided by D cross B. So we are not going to name this property, although we know that what is this property. Practically, it is the property of all of the real numbers in which denominators and numerators and denominators will be multiplied with each other individually. Now it will be equal to So this is A cross D or AD divided by, next is, so this is, one is A cross D. So now we have to take them into a feasible arrangement. For example, this is the first fraction is written A cross A multiplied D divided by over B multiplied by D. So this is already in the proper arrangement, in the arrangement of the A, B, C, D and so on, and in the alphabetical arrangement this is called. So this is already in the alphabetical arrangement, so we don't need to get tensed over here, and we'll be writing the same thing. So we'll be writing it as, what is that? That's simply, you have to write, this is AD divided by BD. A cross D divided by D cross D, or the AD divided by BD can also be written. So A cross D divided by B cross D. Plus, the second thing is C cross B. This is C cross B divided by D cross B. So we have to write it in the alphabetical arrangement. How can we do it? That we have to change it into the B cross C divided by B cross D. So B is first. So we can write it as B cross C divided by B cross D. Which property we have used here? We have used the commutative property of multiplication, because these are going to multiply with each other, and during multiplication we can change the arrangement for the real numbers. The similar pattern is going to be followed for the denominator, whole denominator as well. So previous fraction is already in the proper alphabetical arrangement, so you can write it as A cross D divided by B cross D. This is similar, while minus, next is B cross C divided by B cross D. So what pattern you have followed here? You have followed the property which you have followed here. You have followed the commutative property of multiplication. Why we are saying of the commutative property? Because you have changed the arrangement of these, that this C cross B has been converted into B cross C, and similarly B cross D cross B has been converted into B cross D, and in the numerator as well as in the denominator the same pattern has been followed. Anyhow, now we have to move ahead, and we can write them as that if we are not writing the symbols between them, that the cross symbol, then that is more better. That this will be, for example, this is A cross D divided by B cross D. You may write it as AD divided by BD, because AD means, simply it means that these are A and D going to multiply with each other. So AD divided by BD. Simple. Because when there is no symbol in between them, then certainly they are being multiplied with each other. So there is no problem here. So plus, next is plus, and what is that? Plus BC divided by BD. This step is not so much compulsory, but it's my habit to do it. That I'm vanishing these symbols here. Okay, divided by AD over BD minus BC over BD. So since we are not used any property, but we have just translated it, so therefore we don't need to write any property here. So let's do the next step. In the next step, we'll again use the property of multiplicative identity. That this is written AD divided by BD This can be multiplied with 1, and on the similar basis, BC divided by BD can also be multiplied to 1, because we are using the concept of the multiplicative identity. On the similar basis, for the whole denominator, we are using the same property, AD divided by BD multiplied to 1 minus BC divided by BD multiplied to 1. So which property you have used here? You have used the multiplicative identity. Now we have used the multiplicative identity property, and for the next step we are going to use another property, which will be going to be the distributive property. But before that, we have to use a certain property, and that is the property of the real numbers. Let's see that this AD by BD multiplied to 1 can be written as AD multiplied 1 by BD. Why? Because we have a property of the real numbers. We have a property of the real numbers, and that property, according to that property, we can write A by B multiplied to 1 equals to A multiplied by 1 by B. So this is the property of the real numbers. So we'll be applying here. This property is being applied at here. So AD multiplied by 1 by BD, and on the similar basis, BC is going to be multiplied to 1 by BD. Multiplied to 1 by BD. On the similar basis, for the denominator, we'll be writing AD multiplied to 1 by BD minus BC multiplied to 1 by BD. So in the upward it was, in the numerator it was also BD, 1 by BD. Sorry, I had made the mistake. And also we have done this proper, we have used this property. Now we'll be looking toward the common. In usual language we are saying it to be common, but in this in our course we will be saying it to be the distributive property. So actually the common is the property related to the distributive property. What is that? That you can see in this multiplication that 1 by BD is written. So AD multiplied 1 by BD. And the next thing, so this is written BC multiplied 1 by BD. So BD, 1 by BD is being repeated in both of these. So 1 by BD is common in both of these. So this can be taken common toward the right, because this is written in the right side of both of these. So therefore we can take it as common from both of these. So 1 by BD had been taken as common, while remaining things is So from here you have taken 1 by BD as common. So leftover is AD. AD is left here. So you may write AD. AD plus next is, so 1 by BD is common. So this is BC is left here. So BC. Similar pattern is going to be followed by for the denominator. So 1 by BD is common here on the right side, which is related to the right distributive property, and leftover are AD minus BC. So which property you have used here, you have to write the name. The property of, what is that property? The right distributive property. Multiplication. So now we are having another property of the real numbers, in which anything which is written same in the denominator and the numerator will be cancelled with each other. For example, here 1 by BD and 1 by BD are written in the numerator as well as in the denominator, which are being multiplied with their numerator and denominator. So these will be cancelled with each other, and you are left with AD plus BC whole divided by AD minus BC. So this is your final answer, but for this you have to write the name of the property. So this is the cancellation property. These have been cancelled. 1 by BD has been cancelled in the numerator as well as in the denominator. So cancellation property of real numbers. Hence this is your result, this is your answer. So this is your answer. So this was our third part of the question 6, in which we had been asked to simplify by justifying each step. So we have simplified it, and by justifying each step. So this is the answer. If you find any difficulty, you may ask. Thank you very much, and Allah Hafiz.